So, compilation albums, greatest hits collection, the best of. Compilation albums are kind of like those albums that aren't really albums, in the fact that they're kind of different songs from different albums kind of thrown together to create like the best of whatever artist the focus is on. So I thought today I would take a look at my 10 favorite compilation albums from just any artist in general. And as usual, we're going to start off with some honorable mentions, and we got these two right here, Roxy Music and Street Life, the best of Roxy Music and Brian Ferry. This one's more focused on the Roxy Music stuff, and this is half Roxy Music, half Brian Ferry as a solo artist. Both really great. Love both of them. Didn't quite make the cut. We got Elton John, Greatest Hits 1970 to 2002. Really great compilation here. Lots of good songs on it. 2 discs worth of songs, actually. Another one right here, Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits. Really what got me into Fleetwood Mac, so kind of had to mention it here, but it's really good. I mean, any of these honorable mentions, they could easily be in the top 10. It's just what I had in the top 10 was what I had in the top 10, and these didn't quite make it this time around, so maybe if I did this list again, they would. Then you got The Cure, Galore. This is their hits, the singles 1987 to 1997. Again, fantastic collection of the later music by The Cure. Love all these. Definitely, I'd check this one out if you are interested in The Cure, but really haven't heard a lot of their music. Then we got Brian Ferry, or not Brian Ferry, he's over there. We got Bryan Adams. So good, so far, so good. The classic Bryan Adams songs from the 80s. But yeah, good old straightforward rock, I really like it. And then you got Bon Jovi, Crossroads. Again, straightforward rock. Not anything way too complicated, but definitely, I'm not a huge Bon Jovi fan, but I would say this one is definitely one that's worth owning. And now we get into the top 10. And starting off at number 10, we have the Beatles, 1962 to 1966. And, it's got classic Beatles hits on here. Love Me Do, Please Please Me, From Me to You, She Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Can't Buy Me Love, 8 Days a Week, Ticket to Ride, Yesterday, Help, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, We Can Work It Out, Day Tripper, Drive My Car, Michelle, In My Life, Girl, Paperback Writer, Eleanor Rigby, and Yellow Submarine. And it's got other songs in that. Those are just some of the best ones on here. And it's a this picture right here, this image is such a famous image, and it's just such a good, classic, strong compilation album. Really good hits. It's all just fantastic. I love it. Then coming in at number 9, we have a really interesting compilation album right here, New Order Substance, 1987. And these are all like dance remixes of their songs. So you got Ceremony, which probably sounds most like Joy Division from any of their music on here. You got Temptation, which is great, Blue Monday, which is classic, Perfect Kiss, which is great, Subculture, Bizarre Love Triangle, True Faith, In a Lonely Place I love, Mesh, really great, Kiss of Death, Shame of the Nation, 1963, and also the Confusion instrumental. Definitely would recommend checking this one out. You get 2 CDs of music from New Order, which is a band from the 80s that I love, and really different and interesting versions of their music. So yeah, New Order Substance, definitely great compilation album. Then we got another kind of popular one here, and it's another one with 2 CDs, and it's Wingspan, Hits and History of Paul McCartney and Wings. And you got 1 CD that's the hits, and then the history CD, and you got songs like Listen to What the Man Said, Band on the Run, Live and Let Die, Jet, Silly Love Songs. You got Junior's Farm, Mull of Kintyre, Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, With a Little Luck, No More Lonely Nights on the hit side, which is great. Then on the you also got Junior's Farm, which is one of my favorites on the hit side. Then on the history, you got songs like Maybe I'm Amazed, Helen Wheels, Heart of the Country, Junk, what else? Tug of War is great. No More Lonely Nights, Play Out version. If you're interested in Paul McCartney, Definitely a great place to start. Some of the best of his career outside of the Beatles on here. So yeah, and you also get 2 CDs, so why not? Why not get it? Next one up is by an artist which I love, and that is Peter Gabriel, Shaking the Tree. And just about every song on here is great. I mean, Salisbury Hill, I Don't Remember, Sledgehammer, Family Snapshot is really great, one of my favorites. You got Mercy Street, Shaking the Tree, Don't Give Up, Here Comes the Flood, Red Rain, Games Without Frontiers, fantastic. Shock the Monkey, one of my favorite Peter Gabriel tracks. And you got Czar, and then the last one on here is Baiko. And anyway, it does have an original song on here, and that's the Shaking the Tree, but these are all different songs from throughout his career, and they're just all really great. And I mean, I think this is another kind of popular one, but I would definitely recommend, if you're looking to get into Peter Gabriel, or you don't this is a must-have for any Peter Gabriel collection. And then we have one by a band that some people might not know, and that's the Smiths' Hatful of Hollow. And these are some of the outtakes just from their early career, and you got stuff like William, It Was Really Nothing, What Difference Does It Make, This Charming Man, How Soon Is Now, Hand in Glove, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, Reel Around the Fountain, possibly my favorite Smiths song, and then Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want, which is fantastic, although it's too short, and that always annoys me. But anyway, Hatful of Hollow, possibly even one of the best Smiths albums. A lot of people don't count it because it's a compilation album, but I would say it might be my favorite one. But I don't know. It is a compilation album, so yeah, that's number 6. And these 5 are just great compilation albums. Like, all of them are just fantastic. And at number 5, you got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' Greatest Hits. And I can't even go through and list all of these because they're all so fantastic. There's 18 tracks in here. The last 2 are original releases that came out on the Greatest Hits, and those are Mary Jane's Last Dance and Something in the Air. But I mean, you've got like Learning to Fly, Into the Great Wide Open, American Girl, Breakdown. I mean, I just can't even go through and list all these because they're all like fantastic hits. And so yeah, this one is definitely worth getting just for those 2 original tracks, and also get a nice Tom Petty collection here for when you don't want to break out the albums in your car. You can just have this collection to listen to some of the more well-known songs. Then another one, a lot of people that's really popular at number 4 is the Eagles, their Greatest Hits, and this is the first volume. And there also is, let me see, there's also this one, volume 2. I stuck with volume 1 for this, the earlier music, just because that's the phase of the Eagles that I prefer. And you got Take It Easy, fantastic. Witchy Woman, that one's good. I don't like it as much as some people. Lion Eyes is fantastic. Already Gone is great. Desperado is great. One of These Nights is great. Tequila Sunrise is great. Take It to the Limit is fantastic. Peaceful Easy Feeling, just a great song. And Best of My Love, awesome. So, got 10 awesome tracks on here. It's the Eagles, classic American band. I don't know what else to say. This next one coming in at number 3, I actually have the vinyl for as well as the CD, and that is Journey's Greatest Hits. And here's the CD. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about Journey's Greatest Hits? This is one that, like, most people probably have, and you got Only the Young, Don't Stop Believing, Wheel in the Sky, Faithfully, I'll Be Alright Without You, Any Way You Want It, Ask the Lonely, Who's Crying Now, Separate Ways, Lights, Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', Open Arms, Girl Can't Help It, Cinder My Love, Be Good to Yourself, and then When You Love a Woman. And what I especially love about this album is how they've got the great hits in here that everybody knows, like Don't Stop Believin', Wheel in the Sky, Faithfully, but they also have some more songs that aren't as well known on here. You got like Be Good to Yourself, Ask the Lonely, I'll Be Alright Without You. Those are ones that you don't hear on the radio as much. So I think they did a good job balancing this one out so that you don't just get all radio hits and you can kind of discover some more of Journey's other music in there. And then these last 2, like, it was hard choosing. They were both in the number 1 spot at different points throughout my revisions of this list, but this is the order that I ultimately went with. And of course, another really popular one at number 2 is CCR's Chronicle, and 20 great songs on here. I'm not even going to list them all off, but just, I mean, what a fantastic band. I mean, all these songs are just so good. It's a great introduction to their music. The first album by them that I ever got. Guitar work on here is fantastic. I mean, you got Fortunate Son. I really love their version of I Heard It Through the Grapevine. I Put a Spell on You is great. Proud Mary. Susie Q. I mean, if you haven't heard this, I highly, highly recommend checking this out. And if you aren't really that much into CCR, but you would like to start somewhere, check out Chronicle. Fantastic, fantastic. Then, number one, this isn't going to be that big of a surprise, mainly because everybody knows this album. This is, like, one of the greatest compilation albums of all time. This could even be in, like, lists of just the greatest albums of all time, and that is Legend, the best of Bob Marley and the Wailers. And, I mean, it's fantastic. Is This Love, it starts out with, which is great. No Woman, No Cry, the live recording. One of the best recordings ever. Just one of the best songs ever. That live version right there. Could You Be Loved, which is great. Three Little Birds, everybody knows. Buffalo Soldier, which is fantastic. Get Up, Stand Up, Stir It Up. One Love, People Get Ready. I Shot the Sheriff. Waiting in Vain. I love Waiting in Vain. Redemption Song, I love that one too. Satisfy My Soul is great. Exodus is great. And Jamming is great. And it's just such a fun album to just listen to, relax. Really great album you can just listen to all the way through. And I would say it is the best compilation album. Not a bad song on here, not a weak moment. They're all so great. And this is definitely, if you don't own this, I highly recommend picking up a copy of this as soon as you can, because it's Bob Marley. Who doesn't love to listen to Bob Marley and just relax? But yeah, that's what I got for top 10 compilation albums. Again, what do you think about compilation albums? Comments, put it down there. What do you think about my list here? Let me know. Yeah, as usual, subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever you want. And that's all I got for today, so see you next time.